In 1987, on Village Road near Leland, detectives were called to one of the most horrific murders in Brunswick County. Civilian investigative specialist Jim Westbrook with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office says 23-year-old Jaye Mintz was found stabbed to death in her home on February 23, 1987.
Jaye's body was discovered by her mother.
He says Jaye's mom, Laureen, also found the only known witness, Jaye's almost 2-year-old son.
He was telling me all sorts of things. It was a white male. He pushed his way in. He had a knife. He made motion as, he was stabbing her. He apparently saw everything.
Now, 31 years have passed, and investigators are still looking for answers. But one thing at the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office has never changed.
Phil felt that Jaye deserved justice. This was something that really mattered to him. It mattered deeply.
Captain Phil Perry's desire to solve this case touched everyone who knew him.
He so wanted this to happen. He so wanted to know who did this, to give Jaye justice, to give her family some peace.
Perry retired from the sheriff's office in 2011, but continued working on the case with the Unsolved unit.
He gave us time, he gave us talks, he would tell us things that none of us would have known or even guessed.
Civilian investigative specialist Mary Doncourt says Perry worked on this case until he died in February. But she says his work will live on.
For us, because he meant so much to us, we're just going to give him what he wanted, sooner or later.
So where is the investigation now?
Over the years, we're sitting on about 19,000 pages of investigative work.
Do you guys have suspects?
We have some, but we're not about to, at this time, disclose any information relating to them.
Is there anything new in the investigation that you can tell me about that's happened in recent years?
Basically new technology.
Doncourt says they are working with a lab that does phenotyping.
Basically, they take DNA, they feed it into a computer, and if you have a suspect's DNA, it will give you a facial approximation of what that suspect looks like.
She also says they are looking into doing more DNA tests with a new device called an MVAC system.
It's a giant vacuum cleaner. They wet down the piece and it just sucks everything up, so it pulls out far more DNA than the old method of just swabbing would do.
But whether it's new technology or old evidence, Doncourt says they will find the answer.
Phil taught me a lot, and one of the things he taught me is just don't give up. You're going to get pushed away, you're going to be told no, that's okay. There's another string to pull, there's always something. We're just going to keep following that roadmap.
And while Phil won't make it to the end of the road with them, Doncourt says he helped them get to the next stop. And that's why they will not stop until they find justice for Jaye.
If we don't, there'll be other people coming along to do it, but we will find Jaye's killer.
The killer behind one of the most brutal murders in Brunswick County that remains unsolved.